What's up, YouTube? Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to be comparing the Forward Path and Origin Story, two legendary kinetic auto rifles in Destiny 2. First, the stats. Origin Story has a greater impact, range, and slightly better stability, while the Forward Path has greater handling, reload speed, fire rate, and clip size. So now, let's get into some gameplay and we'll talk about the perks and what I think about these two guns. The Origin Story's perk is kills with the Origin Story temporarily grant increased damage. This stacks up to 3 times. The Forward Path perk is that it grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on initial trigger pull. So let's talk about these two perks. The Forward Path perk can be used no matter what. Crucible, boss battles, hordes of enemies trampling towards you, you're always going to be able to get that initial stability and accuracy on trigger pull. The Origin Stories perk is more useful when facing those hordes of enemies that are trampling towards you. You can't get that bonus damage when shooting at a boss because you're not killing anything. So in this instance, because of the versatility, I'm going to give my edge in the perk to the Forward Path. Let's now talk about PvP. We saw the stats earlier, and what really gives the edge for me when it comes to PvP is the range of the Origin Story. The increased range that the Origin Story has honestly makes it a slightly better gun for PvP, at least in my opinion. I like to play those medium range combat areas when I'm in PvP, and it definitely helps out having that increased range and slightly increased stability when I'm playing in the Crucible. I definitely found myself doing better with the Origin Story because of this in PvP. So my edge goes to the Origin Story when it comes to PvP, although the Forward Path is a very good PvP gun. So don't find yourself discouraged if you're using the Forward Path, because it is a good gun and can come down to playstyle. Maybe you like getting a little bit closer and you could prefer the Forward Path in that instance because of the fire rate and extra mag size. So finally, the last category is PvE. This category is definitely a toss-up. The Forward Path has a bigger clip size for those hordes of enemies, but the Origin Stories perk works nicely with the hordes of enemies, being able to stack those kills and get that increased damage. You can also use that stack on bosses slightly after you get those kills from the little minions. So this category, again, can be dependent upon what your play style is. But for me, I'm gonna have to give the slightest of edges to the Origin Story. I just like the feel of the Origin Story a little bit better than the Forward Path. So ultimately, the Origin Story gets the edge in PvE. So overall, both of these guns are very good weapons, and I recommend checking both of them out. The Forward Path you actually get from the Iron Banner, so we know the Iron Banner isn't out right now, well, depending on when you're watching this video, so it may be a little while before you're able to obtain the Forward Path, but if you do get it, do not shard it. I recommend you trying it out before you shard it, because both the Origin Story and Forward Path are very good guns. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Destiny 2 content. Well, until next time, peace!